Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.
It's a new month and a new destination for you. Yes, today we are taking you to Azerbaijan, where we shall be featuring a Kenyan hotelier who is running one of the largest hotels in the country. And get this, the opportunity came through LinkedIn. I fool you not, this opportunity was literally through social media. Also on the show, Alex Chamwada's 14-hour round trip with Jumbojet. Before we get right into it, here is a glimpse of what we have in store.
Steve Chumba, the general manager of one of the top global hotel chains in Azerbaijan.
Coming to Azerbaijan, it was something that I had never imagined.
He is one of a handful of Kenyans living in Azerbaijan.
We are 7, the ones that I know.
Through his eyes, find out the lessons Kenya can pick as the two countries strengthen relations. Also on the show,
let's fly.
Our round-trip experience from Nairobi to Mombasa to Kisumu and back to Nairobi via Jumbojet, and the meetings we achieved in one day.
The journey has taken about 14 hours. We've flown across 10 counties.
This as Jumbojet turns 9.
My name is Michael Zimanji, and let's start the show in Azerbaijan.
Steve Chumba is a man on the move. He is currently the general manager at Wyndham Garden, one of the top global hotel chains in Azerbaijan. Located in the country's capital, Baku, Wyndham Garden is one of Azerbaijan's leading hotels.
The Wyndham Garden is one of the brands under Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. We have over 24 brands and over 9,000 hotels in the world, and around slightly over 95 million Wyndham Reward members. This hotel I work for is under another group of company called Resant Hotels and Resorts. So Resant Hotels and Resorts works with Wyndham Hotels and Resorts as a franchise with the hotels that Wyndham is managing. So it's quite an exciting place.
Chumba, who was born and brought up in Elgeyo Marakwet, is carrying Kenya's flag high in the diaspora. His humble background did not deter him from achieving his dreams, and now he holds an influential position as a manager of an international hotel.
As our general manager of a hotel, there are quite a number of things that you're responsible for handling, ranging from staffing, revenue management, marketing. All that is part of my responsibility. And I have a team, I don't work alone. So for me, it's just to guide the team and make sure that the team is doing what they are required to do. I give them support wherever they need. I connect the staff to the ownership, the management.
And you'll be surprised how Chumba got this job. He was contacted directly by the hotel all the way from abroad through LinkedIn. Yes, someone was impressed by his CV on LinkedIn.
Coming to Azerbaijan, it was something that I had never imagined I would ever come to work in Azerbaijan. But after getting the opportunity to come, I was a bit curious about this country because it was a new name to me. I had heard about it before, but I didn't pick so much interest. But after learning about Azerbaijan, I felt it could be an adventure that I could take. So I did some research about this country. I found it's a very lovely country, beautiful people. Getting an opportunity outside Africa was something that would raise, of course, my profile in terms of my hospitality experience. And it gave me an opportunity to work in a different environment, different culture, different type of market.
Chumba has years of experience working in Africa. However, the most interesting thing about him is that his background is not in hospitality but in IT and business management. He studied IT-related professional courses at Makerere University and later on business management.
Actually, while I was still studying IT, I got an opportunity to work in the hotel. So after finishing my IT studies, I decided to just continue with my hospitality. So hospitality, it's not something that I studied, but it was just passion. And I really loved serving people, talking to guests, finding new friends. And that's what brought me to the hospitality industry. And so far, so good.
Just imagine, Chumba began by working as a bellman at Protea Hotel by Marriott Kampala. He then rose through the ranks to night receptionist, then supervisor, and later on front office manager. His prowess saw him work for various other companies including Super Paradise Hotel, where he was the hotel's general manager. This was his last job in Uganda before getting the new job in Azerbaijan via LinkedIn. Chumba is currently undertaking a bachelor's degree in hospitality management at the International University of Applied Sciences, Germany. Chumba is very pleased with his decision to dare here, but it took him a while to get used to life in Azerbaijan.
Coming here, it took me quite a while before I see, leave alone a Kenyan, but an African. It was a bit hard to see one. But after some time, I met a Zambian and later on some few Nigerians. Meeting a Kenyan, I met them through some Tanzanian students. One of them told me that there's a Kenyan who is living in Baku and works with a certain organization here. So when I got contact with him, that is when now it opened up slowly, and I've been gathering Kenyans from all over. So far we are 7 in number, but 2 are leaving, so we'll remain 5, the ones that I know. But we're trying to still find out if there are more Kenyans out there.
Now, Azerbaijan is divided partially between Western Asia and Eastern Europe. Here they speak Azerbaijani, with Russian being their secondary language. As of 2021, the country's population stood at about 10 million people. Each year, the country receives about 2 million tourists, with a top tourist destination being Yanadag, which translates to the burning mountain. Azerbaijan's economy is driven by oil, which is supplemented by industry and service sectors. This makes the country an important ally. In March 2023, Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi made an official visit to the country representing President William Ruto at the Non-Aligned Movement Contact Group member meeting, which is a forum comprising 120 member states. The meeting discussed global recovery issues post-COVID-19 pandemic.
Kenya is open to concrete partnerships in improving transport infrastructure, education, liquidity to business, including medium and small enterprises, tourism recovery, improving environment, water and sanitation, supporting manufacturing and enhancing social protection.
For Kenyans like Chumba, the Prime Cabinet Secretary's visit was an answered prayer.
Before that, we didn't even know where the embassy that is in charge of Azerbaijan was. And when the plan was made that the Prime CS was going to come to Azerbaijan, our embassy, which is in charge here, based in Tehran, found me online in one of the sites, and he contacted me and told me that we have this plan, the Prime CS is coming. We don't know any Azerbaijani there, but any Kenyan who lives in Azerbaijan, and we want to find a way of making all these plans work. So after getting in touch with me, we planned everything. I even hosted them at the hotel, including our ambassador and some other Kenyans. He stayed in a different hotel, but we had a dinner together as Kenyans with him. And it was a very, very good time because we opened up to him and told him the opportunities which are here So one of the big things that we highlighted to him is the challenge of getting visas. You're forced to go to Ethiopia to apply for a visa. But we are happy that this year everything is just working out according to plan, because the Azerbaijani government is opening an embassy in Nairobi this year. The president stated that last year in November, the president of Azerbaijan.
Chumba is excited for what the future holds, and as he continues to make waves abroad, his plan is to learn as much as he can, not only for his benefit, but also for the benefit of his motherland.
There are many things that we can learn from Azerbaijan. There are lots of things that they do differently from us, of which if we can adopt, basically as a government in Kenya, they can do lots of case studies here that they can be able to integrate, especially things like the metro or the bus network. It will really help Kenyans.
And that's daring abroad.
Valuable lessons there from Steve Chumba in Azerbaijan. Many thanks to Alex Chamwada for that story. Time now for us to go on a short break, but when we return,
We've flown across 10 counties.
Alex Chamwada's 14-hour round trip with Jumbojet.
With Remitly, you can send money to Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and over 40 other African countries with low or no fees, so more money gets home. Loved ones can receive their money through familiar options like MTN, M-Pesa, First Bank, Access Bank, and more. Plus, an ever-expanding network of bank deposit, mobile money, and cash pickup availability. You will also get real-time transfer updates so you know where your money is through the whole transfer process. Download the Remitly app today and get a special offer on your first transfer.
Own your dream home for as low as 1.98 million Kenya shillings in Vipingo, Kilifi, and enjoy a flexible payment plan of 10% on signing of the letter of offer and the balance in equal monthly installments within 18 months. Supported by world-class amenities and infrastructure, our estates offer a unique, secure environment with a wide range of outdoor facilities. SMS Vipingo to 22365 or call us today on 0740 400 215. Terms and conditions apply.
You're watching Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.
Welcome back. Now, with the expansion of our airways, you can leave Nairobi for a breakfast meeting in Mombasa, have lunch in Kisumu, and eventually have supper in Nairobi. And this is the experience that Alex Chamwada and our crew had aboard Jumbojet as the airline turns 9. And here is that story.
It's 6 a.m. We are boarding for Nairobi-Mombasa flight, the first Jumbojet flight of the day from the capital city to the coastal city. Wow, what a coincidence! I happen to sit side by side with the Jumbojet CEO and MD Karanja Ndegwa, and this presents a great rare moment to discuss business. In the skies, without much interruption, the CEO is headed to Chuda Creek for a mangrove tree planting event as part of the airline's corporate social responsibility activities. This is a Dash 8-400 aircraft. The capacity of this particular one is 82. We are on flight number 8600. Departure time for this flight is normally 6:35 a.m. and arrival time at the Moi International Airport is 7:50 a.m. Upon arrival, we get time to record a quick chit-chat.
Thank you, Mr. Ndegwa. What a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
The first time we are flying together.
Yes, and it's a pleasure. I always happy having you on board.
What takes you to Mombasa?
Oh, Mombasa is our second hub, and there's a lot to be done. Just having meetings with the staff, having meetings with the business community, and also we have a CSR project that we are doing today. Today we go to plant, we'll be in Mombasa planting, growing. As part of our CSR.
Okay, I've also come here for business, and I'm really excited to see how it will go, because it's a round trip. I've come to do a business meeting in Mombasa, then I'll be on the 10:20 flight to Kisumu, imagine. I'm meeting my staff. We have an office, Chams Media has an office in Kisumu, meet my staff members there, do a business meeting, go to Kakamega for another business meeting, go to my farm in Vihiga to see if they're planting well. Imagine.
That's good.
Alafu tutarudi Nairobi in the evening. How are your domestic routes doing?
No, domestic routes are keeping on well. Good recovery from COVID. We are doing now eight flights to Mombasa per day. Kisumu, we are doing 5 from Nairobi and 1 from Kisumu. Eldoret, we are doing 4 from Nairobi, 1 from Mombasa. And also all our coastal routes seem to be stable.
Yeah, and you have Mombasa, Eldoret, Mombasa.
You also have Mombasa, Eldoret, and Mombasa, Kisumu. We started 2.5 years ago, and they've really stabilized. Now we are splitting them to be standalone flights because I think the passenger numbers have grown to stabilize those markets.
And I was just reading, you are turning 9 this year.
It's been a journey.
Which date exactly?
1st of April.
That's April Fool's Day.
People thought that it was a April Fool's joke when we were starting. Until we started, that's when they came in and our booking engine crashed on the 1st of April when we started.
Mr. Ndegwa, they say
I know.
is money. You are going for a business meeting. I'm also going for a business meeting. I think tutazidi kuongea wakati mwingine.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
From the airport, we head to Nyali Shopping Center, a 30-minute drive. We have come to the center for a breakfast meeting with the chairman of the Kenya Coast Tourism Association, Victor Shitaha, who is also a board member of Kenya Tourism Board. This is a follow-up to a content creation partnership between the association and Chams Media aimed at promoting tourism in the coast region. After breakfast, we head back to the airport for our next flight. The traffic is smooth thanks to the modernized and expanded roads, especially Kibarani area that used to be notorious for traffic snarl-ups. We are in time for check-in as we arrive 45 minutes to departure.
Wow, great. I'm now done with my business meeting in Mombasa. It was quite a quick one. And the next flight, Mombasa Kisumu, it will be departing at about 10:20. So let's fly.
Yes, time to board. The captain and the first officer are preparing for takeoff. This is my second time on a direct flight between Mombasa and Kisumu. The first time was in July 2020 during preparations for resumption of flights following suspension that had been occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. Departure time is 10:20 a.m. And the flight time is 1 hour 40 minutes. This is flight number JM8750. Aboard the flight, I get a moment to do some work on my laptop. I'm among over 6 million passengers Jambojet has flown in the last 9 years. I'm also among over 36,000 people who are earning points and enjoying the benefits of flying Jambojet an offer you can sign up for on the JumboJet website. The weather is good, all smooth as we descend into Kisumu International Airport.
My name is Ruben Mutami, First Officer JumboJet, and I've been in JumboJet from 2019 October till now, so that's approximately 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much First Officer has already said, and this direct routes from Mombasa to Kisumu or Eldoret are advantageous to the company because it saves on fuel, also makes it cheaper for the customers. Slightly, it's cheaper instead of doing a different kind of route, and also it's better going from instead of going Kisumu directly to Nairobi, then to Mombasa. So, it ends up being shorter.
Okay.
For the customers. So
you enjoy flying these routes?
Yes, a bit long than normal, but we all do enjoy flying the routes and whatnot.
Great. It was a pleasure flying with you.
Yeah.
Tungekuwa na time, tungekula lunch pamoja. But
so
you are going back
another time. Yeah, I'm going back
to Mombasa.
Yes, you're going back
just
to Mombasa.
Just barely a few minutes on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're boarding the next passengers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Safari njema.
But
to Mombasa.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Ruben.
All right, thank you very much.
Great. Kisumu Dala is ready for us. We head straight to our Kisumu office for our weekly planning meeting with some staff members attending virtually from our Nairobi and Lodwar offices.
Michael, go ahead.
Yes, hello everyone. From the Daring Abroad desk, we're doing well. The show is complete.
Next is a lunch meeting at the newly opened Sarova Imperial Hotel with the management. It's about collaboration between Chams Media and the hotel to promote tourism in Western region. After lunch, I get some time off to refresh.
Great. Sasa niko fresh. The journey continues. Next is Kakamega.
Fast forward and Kakamega, here we arrive. After a 50-minute drive from Kisumu, it is about 3 p.m. and straight to the shamba.
Unaona kama iko ama imeenda? Bado iko. Watu huku wamepanda?
Si wote, mmoja.
To inspect progress on preparations for planting. Work well done, and this is a refreshing break from my official work.
Nitakuwa na haro polepole nikiunda juu ni sehemu ya mboga hapa.
Hapa ndio umetenga ya mboga? Okay.
Back to Kisumu after a day well spent. The Kisumu-Nairobi flight departs at 7:25 p.m. A 50-minute flight.
So it's possible to go around and do your business comfortably, courtesy JumboJet. Wow.
Remember, I had a short conversation with the CEO of JumboJet, Karanja Ndegwa, in the morning on the Nairobi-Mombasa flight. He was going to attend a mangrove tree planting event as part of the airline's CSR activities as the airline turns 9. He is back in Nairobi as well. Great, let me wind up this exciting experience by giving you a much more clearer picture of our journey route map tracking, both in air and on the road.
Amazing story from Alex Chamwada there. I would not want to miss the next one. And with that, we have come to the end of the show today. And as you've seen, it wasn't an April Fool's prank. But before I let you go, we traverse the globe from time to time. And our next stop is Atlanta, Georgia, to cover the forthcoming Kenya-USA Diaspora Circle AGM that will take place on the 29th of April. If you will be around, get in touch. With that, we're done. See you next time.
Daring Abroad, brought to you by our friends at Remitly. Download the Remitly app to send money back home.